as a lot of you know by now, Tua Tagovailoa has sustained another injury, concussion injury. This is his fourth one since 2022. We saw the beginning of this back on another Thursday night football game against the Bengals when he got his first concussion. So what we wanted to talk about first is, do we think Tua Tagovailoa should retire?
I'm going to go with no. I think he's still got a lot of football left in him. It just might be from a backup role. I think, they're going to look around the league, try to make a call to see if there's anyone available. Maybe they make the call up to Jacksonville and call for Mac Jones, something to look at.
I'm going to go with, I think it's time for him to retire. It's one of those things where head injuries are very serious. We saw it with Junior Seau, may he rest in peace. It's one of those things where a lot of players when we were growing up weren't taking this serious. We see now a lot of them are getting on their own podcast and talking about how they would have head injuries and they just would ask teammates, what day is it? What's happening? Where am I? To make sure that they didn't break concussion protocols. So I think that we need to look at this as he needs to get off the field now before anything worse happens, because he's just had too many injuries that
severe ones too.
Exactly. They have put him in paralyzation, almost shocks. I think it's time to step away from football and move on.
Another thing we wanted to go about is, should he wear the Guardian helmet if he does decide to come back?
I think, he should wear the Guardian cap. I think that we saw last year, just in practice alone, they made announcements that the Guardian cap helped with injury of concussions by 200%. So with that, safety has become important. It's a voluntary thing right now. We'll see if players coming up next week want to wear them. I think that a lot of them probably will wear it this next week.
And I think if they should just mandate it around the whole NFL for quarterbacks themselves.
Okay,
They're in a very vulnerable position. They're always the center of getting hit. So
a lot of defensive ends and everybody's just coming to attack them.
So, and when they get pushed back on their back, usually the head goes back first. So.
That's the worst part, is when they fall back and
the neck snaps.
Yeah, you just see that instant slam. It's like whiplash right there in an instant.
But the last thing we were going to go and talk about was what he could do with football after his NFL career is over.
So personally, I think that if anything, he should go back to Hawaii if that were the case and look for anything in coaching. There's a lot of great high schools back in Hawaii for him to learn. Maybe one day he all of a sudden is helping the Alabama Crimson Tide. Maybe he helps with an NFL team. So he needs to look at, he can still be a part of football while also coaching it. And I think he would be a great coach. He's a great leader.
And he did get his degree at Alabama in communication, so I think a booth job would be right up his alley. I'm sure he would love to inform people, like, from his standpoint of the game, and maybe not be on the field, but up in the box would be a great spot for him.
Yeah, especially maybe him and Tom Brady can help each other out, because Tom needed a little help after that first week.
Yeah, but right now, as we're speaking, Christian McCaffrey is going to be probably placed on IR, and across 3 fantasy leagues, we're 0-3, so we're all struggling.
Yeah. So other than that, just make sure to like, subscribe, keep watching. We enjoy making these videos. And other than that, the only thing I can say is thank you, guys.